Welcome to my educational channel on finance, banking, risk management, international trade, and other important domains. I am Sudham Ghosh, a global instructor and a premium instructor across various online platforms. I have 10 courses on Udemy and Allison platforms on finance, banking, risk management, international trade, and psychotherapies, which are very popular with students across 102 countries. In this series, let me take you through my Udemy course on mastering international trade and trade finance for bankers, students of finance, exporters and importers, and trade professionals. One can deep dive into the complex world of international trade and find financing solutions for both importers and the exporters. If you wish to learn the entire course, please click on the course link in the description of this video. Please watch this video lecture till the end to fully comprehend the subject. This video is part of my complete course on international trade and trade finance on the Udemy platform. I will post other video lectures from my Udemy course from time to time. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. If you find this video useful, please like my video, share it among your community and provide valuable comments. So, are you ready? Let's start. Welcome to this very important class on customs jurisdiction. You know, customs jurisdiction spans across land, air and sea, ensuring nations' control on trade flow, security, and economic interests across all entry points. Studying it is crucial because it aids preventing illegal trade with other countries, safeguarding national industries, optimizing revenue collection, and making global commerce more efficient and secure. Alright, what are we going to learn in this class? We will understand about the land territory, especially the location of port and customs stations, the jurisdiction of internal waters and the baseline. Then we will learn about the sea territory and understand what is territorial sea and its jurisdiction, what is contiguous zone, what is exclusive economic zone, and what are the high seas. What are the customs jurisdiction for both air cargo and sea cargo? Finally, we will learn about the taxable event, the starting point and the ending point in case of imports as well as exports. Alright, we will declutter the national boundaries in detail. Look at this picture. We all have studied about coastal areas in our geography classes, right? But how does that relate to customs laws? Look, every country having a coastline has a well-defined geographical border where it has sovereign rights. Now, the customs geographical jurisdiction of a country refers to the area within which a country's customs laws, regulations, and procedures apply. It represents the territory over which a country has the authority to enforce its customs regulations and control the movement of goods in and out of its borders. The customs geographical jurisdiction typically includes the land territory of the country and extends to the mainland, islands, and coastal regions. Within its jurisdiction, the customs authorities have the authority to regulate imports and exports, collect customs duties and taxes, enforce customs laws, conduct inspections, and grant customs clearances. As you can see, the sea waters extend far into the high seas. The point from which the sea waters extend is known as the baseline. Rather, the baseline is the last land point during low tides.
Watch the picture carefully. The sea starts from the coastline or the baseline and it gradually slopes deeper and deeper into the high seas and ultimately reaches the seabed, which is its deepest point.
We all know that maritime trade occupies a major chunk of international trade. Therefore, all ports and custom stations are situated near the baseline. In this picture, sea up to the high seas is divided into several zones. And all these zones have different implications as per the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Seas, or UNCLOS, which was adopted in 1982.
The treaty divides marine areas into 5 main zones: internal waters, territorial sea, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone or EEZ, and the high seas. Let's discuss one by one.
Well, Internal waters are on the landward side of the baseline from which the breadth of the territorial sea is measured, and coastal state has full sovereignty over its internal waters just like its land territory. Let's come to territorial sea. The territorial sea extends seaward up to 12 nautical miles from its baseline. 1 nautical mile is equivalent to 1.852 kilometers. Therefore, the territorial sea extends up to 22.22 kilometers. The coastal states have 100% sovereignty and jurisdiction over the territorial sea, and sea rights include not only the surface of the sea but also its seabed. More importantly, the coastal countries also have 100% sovereignty over its airspace. From the customs standpoint, the customs department has the exclusive right to assess and levy customs duty and taxes on any cargo carrying ship in this area. The taxable event happens in the territorial sea and the cargo becomes liable to duty, whether they are incoming cargo for imports or outgoing cargo for exports. Similarly, for air cargo, the customs jurisdiction starts at this point. The taxable event takes place the moment an air cargo touches this point in the air. Then we have the contiguous zone. It is here where the customs jurisdiction starts for ocean cargo.
The contiguous zone extends seaward up to 24 nautical miles from its baseline or 44.45 kilometers from the baseline. It's an intermediary zone between the territorial sea and the high sea.
This zone gives limited rights to the coastal country. The coastal state has the right to both prevent and punish infringement of customs, immigration, sanitary, and fiscal laws within its territory and the territorial sea. The taxable event does not take place in the contiguous zone. It happens only in the territorial sea area. Of course, the contiguous zone only gives jurisdiction to a state on the ocean surface and floor. It does not provide sovereign air rights, which means that foreign aircrafts can fly over the contiguous zone provided they are for peaceful purposes. In case of imports, the importation starts the moment the ship touches the contiguous zone boundary. Then there is exclusive economic zone or EEZ. The exclusive economic zone or EEZ extends seaward up to 200 nautical miles from its baseline or 370.4 kilometers from the baseline. Within the EEZ, the coastal country has exclusive sovereign rights for the purpose of exploring, exploiting, conserving, and managing natural resources, whether living or non-living, of the seabed and subsoil, and also exclusive rights to carry out the activities like the production of energy from the water, currents, and wind. But it does not have the right to prohibit or limit freedom of navigation or overflight, subject to very limited exceptions. As you can see, the continental shelf starts from the contiguous zone and extends up to the seabed. Finally, we have the high seas, which is the ocean surface and the water column beyond the EEZ. It is considered as the common heritage of all mankind and is beyond any national jurisdiction. The countries can conduct activities in these areas as long as they are for peaceful purposes, such as transit, marine science, and undersea exploration. Alright, let's understand when the importation starts and when it ends as per the customs law. The importation starts the moment the cargo vessel enters the contiguous zone. The cargo vessel comes under the customs jurisdiction and the department takes control of the vessel. As the cargo vessel continues its journey into the port and enters the territorial sea, the goods become liable to duty and taxes by the customs department. And the taxable event comes to an end when the cargo ultimately enters the port of destination, undergoes the customs clearance, and pays the duties and taxes payable for imports. Similarly, in case of exportation, the taxable event starts when the export cargo enters the customs station in the port area, the cargo is assessed and the duty paid by the exporter. The taxable event comes to an end when the outgoing cargo vessel crosses the territorial sea. I think you now have a clear idea of customs jurisdiction and when the taxable event starts and when the taxable event comes to an end, both in case of imports and exports. Alright, we will meet in the next round. Until then, goodbye.
Thanks for watching the video till the end. Do let me know in the comment section any particular subject you want me to present for your sake. In the end, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. We will meet in the next video. Goodbye.